What is up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care, and right now take a look at the new album from Burn the Priest, this one entitled Legion 20, or Legion XX, whatever you want to call it. So, in case you were wondering, no, this actually isn't a new band. For those of you who don't know, Burn the Priest was the name of Lamb of God before they were really known as Lamb of God. And I'm so surprised to find out that they were actually doing a new album here in 2018, since it's been about almost 20 since their debut self-titled record came out in 1999. And we're not getting anything really new here on this album. This album is pretty much just covers of songs that have really influenced the band over their 20-year span. The influences here on this album range from hardcore punk to sludge metal, and there are a bunch of big names that are covered here on this record, such as The Accused, Melvins, SOD, Bad Brains Ministry, and that's just to name half of the track listing. So, what did I think of this covers album? Now me, I don't mind a good cover song, let alone a covers album even, just as long as the music doesn't sound like a complete ripoff of whatever song they are trying to cover, and the delivery in the song just has some kind of charm and wit to it. And here on Burn the Priest's first record since their self-titled record, I think they do a nice job of putting their own spin and adding their personalities to the 10 songs that are on this record, while retaining that sound that the band is very well known for still to this day. So I'm probably not going to put my favorite and least favorites in the description box here in this video just because they're cover songs, and whichever ones I don't like is probably just because the original version of the song is better. So I'm just going to go over my thoughts briefly here on the 10 songs here on this album. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first song and single that we have off of this record is entitled Inherit the Earth, a cover by punk band The Accused. And I have to say, this has to be one of, if not the heaviest track you're going to find here on this record. And also the most reminiscent of the first record. It's very fast and very punchy in its delivery. And I like that they kind of picked this song because of its lyrical themes. And I think they did a good job at picking this one just because of the political climate that we're in here in 2018. Next up at bat, we have Honey Bucket by Melvins. And what I like about this song is that while the vocals do make me reminisce of the earlier Burn the Priest record with the very dirty and unclean vocals, I really like how musically it kind of switches between punk and sludge musically. It's a pretty good song, I'll say. Next up we have Big Black's Kerosene, and at first I wasn't really the biggest fan of the song, but over time the track kind of grew on me a bit. I like the bass groove, it sounds a bit dirty. The guitars that open the track are very weird, kind of have this really harmonic feel. And Randy Blythe's more narrative vocal approach here on the song is pretty interesting. And I will say, it's not one of my favorites here on this album. It is a pretty long track, it's about over 6 minutes, but it'll grow over time if you don't like it the first time. Next up is a cover of Kill Yourself by SOD, Stormtroopers of Death. That's, for anyone that doesn't know, Anthrax, Scott Ian, and Charlie Benante's crossover thrash band, and it's a pretty fast-paced tune. It only clocks in at about a little over 2 minutes. It's the shortest track you're going to find here on this record, but this does a nice job of kind of showing the thrash influence that the band has been known for over time. And I also really enjoy Chris Adler's drumming, the guitar work here. It's very fast-paced up until that last part where it kind of slows down just a bit. And Randy Blythe's vocals here on the song. So pretty killer tune, one of my favorites here on this album. Next up we have the cover of Eye Against Eye from Bad Brains. And from what I hear, this is Randy Blythe's favorite band of all time. And I have to say, they do a pretty nice job of the cover here on this album. I think that the main thing that really sells me here is the guitar work, especially in the solos that it has in the beginning and almost at the end of the track. So it's a pretty killer tune. Next up we have a cover of Silang Leo's Axis Rot, and while musically and lyrically the song is very interesting, man, are Randy Blythe's vocals really weird on the song. That's probably why it's one of my least favorites here on the album, in my opinion. Next up we have a cover of Ministry's hit Jesus Built My Hot Rod, which was a song that Randy Blythe was kind of hesitant to really do because he found the song to be really a song about nothing. But they ended up pulling off the song, and I have to say, it's really different. It's more industrial compared to the other songs here on the record. I really love the ad-libs from the other members, and even Josh Wilbur, the producer of the record himself. And it's just a really fun tune, and the vocals are a bit more, I would say, melodic compared to the rest of the record. So, again, really interesting tune, one of my favorites here on the record. Next up, we have One Voice, a cover from Agnostic Front, and this has more of a thrashier edge to it, along with, again, Stormtroopers of Depth's Kill Yourself. And I really love the vocals here on the song. The chorus just gets very melodic, and I love the political lyrics that come along with the song. Also, the bass line on that track is pretty killer too. Next up, we have a cover of Quicksand's Dine Alone, and the vocals on this track are probably the cleanest that you're going to get here on the record. I also really love the bass and drums that are found here on the song. This is probably my favorite bass performance on the record. Finally, this album hits a home run on the last track, a cover of Cro-Mags' We Gotta Know, which starts off kind of slow and builds up into more of a really heavier part. I really love Randy Blythe's unclean screams, and the ending solo to the song is very fantastic. Great way to end this covers album off with. So overall, while I do think that this is probably going to be one of the last things that Burn the Priest do, I think they knocked it out of the park here on this record. The covers just have their own personality and charm to them, and I really think I'm going to be coming back to a lot of the songs here on this record. So my rating overall is probably going to be about, I'd say, high 7 out of 10. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on Legion XX or Legion 20. What did you think of the album? Definitely comment in the comment section down below. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.